Have you ever left any food out on the counter or any drinks when you've left for the weekend or for a long vacation? You come back and your house is just wretched for just the spoilage that it's caused. You know what Jack is going through when he enters this mysterious land that there's just a stench that clings to the air and ground and it's just making life horrible. It's kind of like if you ever been out to the country and you smell turkey manure, I have to imagine it's just as bad as that. Trust me, there's nothing worse than turkey manure in my opinion. Now, if you guys have smelled something worse, let me know. But that's actually the worst smell anyone could ever smell. It'll burn the hairs off your nostrils. Now, Jack, as he's exploring this land, he comes across a city where the stench seems to be gathering the most. And when he tries to talk with the people there about what's going on, all they can really do is just hack and cough. And no one really has the presence of mind to really tell him why this whole place is just drenched in the stench. Except for one individual seems not to be affected. There's a merry tune coming from a meat shop. Now, as Jack approaches it, he finds out that the butcher there has sewed his nose shut. So that's one way to get rid of the stench, though I don't know if I'd be willing to go that far. But it is a method to not to smell that wretched smell anymore. Now, Jack tries to get information out of this butcher, but he's a merchant man, so he's just trying to sell Jack his meats, or he's trying to sell the information. Jack's just like, I'm trying to help you out here, dude. Just, give me some of this information for free, and I'll take care of that, whatever it's causing this. But the merchant isn't having it, and Jack probably wouldn't be able to figure out what's going on if it wasn't for the merchant's pet crow. Now, the merchant's pet crow is apparently his wife that got cursed by a wizard, because the merchant tried to sell a wizard an expired fishing license. So make that a note, everybody. Never sell wizards expired fishing license. It doesn't end well for you. Now, the crow tells Jack what's causing this, that's a dragon, and where Jack can go to find out where this dragon is to stop this horrendous cacophony of smells what's going on. So, with this information, Jack heads out to go take on the dragon. But when he meets up with the dragon, it's not quite what it seems. The dragon isn't purposely following the land. It seems that there's something within it that is causing this wretched stench to come from the dragon that the dragon is now excluding out to the town. So Jack has to go within the beast to find out what's going on with it. Now, for me, I personally thought this was a perfect way for the dragon to trick an adventurer to come in, then eat him. Like, we have kind of seen this setup in storybooks before. The naive adventurer believes the crooked dragon, goes in and gets devoured as a willing snack. But Jack goes in and he actually does find a cause. And the cause is kind of strange. It's a baby dragon egg that's hatched with inside the dragon. I don't know if the animators know how biology works, because dragons would lay their eggs and they'll be born outside, but I guess this egg got stuck inside, so not really sure how that one worked. But regardless, Jack takes the egg and gets out of the dragon as fast as possible. Saves the day for everybody, as a stench no longer gets coming from the dragon, so it's good there. Except for now, here's the issue. When Jack returned to the village, he returned by the way of the baby dragon, who's now burning the village down. So my boy Jack, you either now gotta slay this baby dragon or get it back to its parents, but we don't really know what happens here. Now, for me, I gotta say, my favorite part of this episode actually probably has to be that crookedy old merchant. And we kind of get a reasoning why this merchant is so... I guess the best word for me to put it is crookedy, is that he's had a rough life. Apparently, that dragon has taken his daughter. We don't know if the dragon has eaten the daughter or if she's the bride or a prisoner of the dragon. We never get that information out, but we know that that's part of his backstory. So maybe that's why he's a little bit more crooked, is that his daughter's been taken. His wife got turned into a crow, so all he hears is just crowing from his wife. Now, I do like that take on, like, your wife is an old crow. Literally, she got turned into one, so they took that term quite literally. So I did get a good chuckle out of that when I saw that. So his life has just been kind of on a downward spiral. Now, maybe it's just the way he's conducted business that's caused this, and maybe he's just always been just kind of a rotten person to be around, and thus the people around him has been negatively affected. But we don't know for sure. All we do know for sure is that the environment that he is in has created this very unique and dynamic character to just oppose to our more honorable samurai Jack versus this crooked character who's not really evil. It's just that he's in it for himself, and if there's not really a price tag attached to it, he's not really interested in helping people out, at least not initially. He does give Jack a sheep's bladder that's supposedly able to help you breathe through the stench. Not really sure how that works in reality, but It's a cartoon, so I'm willing to believe it. Now, one other thing we do learn about this city is that you don't want to call the people poor. Wretches you can call them, but don't call them poor because they get very offended by that. So I understand that. You guys are kind of poor wretches here, though. Just saying that for a fact. Now, I like this episode. I don't know if I put in like top 10 tier. I probably maybe give it a 5 or 6. It was okay. I enjoyed it. It was on the wacky side, but I don't know. It just wasn't the best. I was really hoping to see the dragon betray Jack and Jack having to cut his way through the dragon, but this is a kid's show, and I guess they don't want to show violence against organic creatures in it at all. So I guess there's that. But I would appreciate it just on storytelling point. Just the dragon was just faking it and tricked Jack in and ate him that way. That's what I prefer personally. Also, it would have been great if we would have seen that the merchant's daughter was living in the belly of this beast and was saved by Jack. Just to go full circle for the story that you mentioned the daughter earlier on, Jack brings it back and she eases her father's crooked and wicked ways just a little bit. I would have just liked to see that a little bit more development in the story, but the way they ended it, I guess, was okay. Just wasn't the way I would have done it. Though I will give them credit, the wacky world within that dragon was insane. You had a water world, acid world. It was just all kinds of weird that was going on with inside that dragon. So, mystical creatures are quite mystical for a fact. But you guys let me know down below. What did you think of this episode? Did you like the Stench world and how Jack went about it? I'm looking forward to what you guys got to say. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.